Inglis Chairman Sale is on Thursday, May 4 at the Riverside Complex in Sydney. And here we're going to focus on one of the stars of the show, the Group 1 winning mare, Icebath. I wanted to find out what it's like for those closest to her to prepare her for sale and what are their hopes for the future.
But Icebath's come from last and she wins the invitation, beating Rocket Clock.
But Icebath, such a trier, such a brave mare, and won it.
Rosie, we can see the love you have for this beautiful mare, Icebath, and you've been with her, riding her right from when she first came to the stables. What were your first impressions of her? What sort of a feel did she give you, and what sort of character did she have from the outset?
From day one, she's always shown her personality and character. She has definitely been very quirky since the start, and I think that's what drew me to her. You know, those good mares always have a few quirks about them, and I think that's what makes them so great.
Can you tell, a lot of people, track riders, will say, I get a really good sort of, an idea that this horse will cover the ground well, or, the very early fast work. Did you sort of have a feel that she could be something elite?
Yeah, I did. Straight away, I thought, my very first gallop on her, I said to Brad, I think this one goes good. And actually at the time, I wasn't riding track work very long, so, I wouldn't have really known what a good race horse felt like, but there was just something about her. She definitely gave you a good feel under saddle.
Tell us about, what it's like when you take a horse like this to the races, and she's obviously now a Group 1 winner, but all those placings in Group 1 races and the $1 million races, etc. It must be so exciting every time you get off that float at the track.
Oh, it's a feeling that I can't describe to people. She is loved by so many different people, whether they have backed her or not, or even if she hasn't won, the crowd just absolutely love her. I remember at Flemington, before she won her Group 1, everybody knew who she was. They were asking, oh, is that Icebath, is that Icebath? And I say yes, and they'd start screaming and cheering her name, and same at Randwick, I remember, come on Icebath, and things like that. It makes you sort of, think to yourself, oh wow, this horse really is incredible, and she just is loved by so many.
Yeah, and it goes beyond racing too, and it goes beyond punting. I mean, we hear punters, oh, that horse, got second or third, but try getting a horse good enough to be second or third in a Group 1. It's really good to show the love of the horse and what they mean to people behind the scenes, because this is about so much more than just having a bet or being at the races, seeing horses winning. There's all this behind it.
Yeah, there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes, and I feel like, the strappers and track work riders are in the behind picture, but so doing things like this, it's really nice to get our voice out and to let people know how hard and the love we put in to the horse, and especially a horse like Icebath. She's definitely, as I said before, got her quirks, and she's one of those mares you really have to know, and I think that's what makes our bond so special. And just being at the races with her and listening to everyone, it's really special. She's quite a quirky mare. I think you've got to be a bit on your game with her, but as I said before, I know her so well, and it really helps that I know exactly what spot on her body she doesn't like. I know when she's going to, say, pick a leg up or put her ears back at me or anything like that, and that's what makes our connection so incredibly great, because I just know her inside out.
And she has swooped down the middle to blow them away. Icebath, Kira McAvoy teaming up with Brad Widdup to win the $2 million invitation.
It's such a privilege, and it's a dream come true. It really is. When you buy a horse, you think you dream, you hope what you could possibly achieve with them. And with her, she's completely excelled everything we ever thought we could do with her. You start by saying you just want to win a race, then you just want to run on a Saturday, then you want to win a Saturday race, then all of a sudden you dream of black type. And then when you get so close to it and you start to achieve these things, then you go, let's dream even bigger and let's go after a Group 1. And for her to do all of that in her career is just such an amazing feat, and she's got such a special place for all of us, the owners, but also for all of the Widdup racing stable and anyone that's had anything to do with her.
We don't have them all the time and forever necessarily, but the great thing is that you'll be able to watch a mare like this no matter where she is, and I'm sure you'll be able to go and see her in the future too.
Yeah, I hope so. I will be obviously following her, and whenever I get a chance to go and visit her, if she's around and in Australia, I will be there. She's very, very special to me and means the world. So letting her go is very difficult. I will struggle, definitely not seeing her face over the door every day, but I'm excited for this next part of her journey.
You're going to be taking her through the ring as well?
Yes, I will be taking her through the ring. I think it's a lovely way to end our journey. So I'm excited, but sad at the same time.
An Icebath over on the inside. Look, Creek just in front of Icebath and Mirror Vision.
And when you look at winning that Group 1, winning the Empire Rose, we could see the joy with yourself and Dave Bashir and the other owners when she won the Empire Rose. Tell us about, she deserved it. It was the right thing to happen, wasn't it?
You have so many nerves going into a race like that, and you just don't know what the expectation is going to give you. You don't know where you're going to finish. She wanted it. It was her day. It was 90 seconds of jubilation, but it was a culmination of years of racing, and it really was. It was just emotion, it was frustration, it was relief, it was everything, all in such a short space of time. And I think that's why we're in racing. We hope to get moments like that. We're fortunate enough to have it. I don't know if we're ever going to have it again, but that's what we all want to do. And to get it, it's just dream come true stuff.
To get a Group 1 win for her was very special, and just for the owners, right through, we've had a fantastic run her whole career, my staff. She's very loved much at home, and there's been a lot of tears leading up to this sale, so she's going to be missed. She's going to be hard to replace, but gee, she's been a fantastic mare.
It's really hard. I mean, the decision for us to sell Icebath is purely one that we're not breeders, and there's others that are in the game, and you can be different parts of this industry, and that's where your expertise sits, and ours isn't in breeding. It will be emotional for all of us. It really is. Rosie in particular, I mean, her and Icebath, we tend to look at them as two girlfriends that have been hanging out for a long, long time.
Best mates.
They are best mates who have such a rapport, and it's going to be hard for Rosie as well. It's going to be hard for the Widdups. It's going to be hard for the McGraths, the Bashirs and the Rufuses, all of us that are going to say goodbye to this great mare. But we want to keep in touch with her, and the light at the end of the tunnel is maybe we might one day pick up an Icebath foal, but I don't know, they might be super expensive, but we want to think that there's still more in this story.
Yeah, she definitely has a big personality, so somebody will enjoy working with her in the future, and I hope that they'll love her as much as I have done, and I can't wait for her next chapter.